is up, awesome people, and welcome back to Thingamajig Thursday. And yes, I am spoiling you guys. So if you haven't seen the earlier Thingamajig Thursday, I did a whole unboxing of a mystery Tretta puck box. I think that's what I'm going to be calling it because it wasn't really an official name for it. It was just like a whole bunch of random Tretta pucks I was sent. I opened them up, I reacted, and yeah, we actually got some really cool pucks. So we're going to continue on with the Pokemon Tretta stuff for today because there's gonna be a few more Pokemon Tretta stuff coming in from Japan for me because I did find some new stuff that only just came up online for me to buy. So until then, I'm gonna finish up the last remaining Tretta stuff I have in the house, and that is going to be this. And it is so shiny that my camera actually cannot see it properly, so we'll fix that in a quiet little second. So straight off the bat, what this is a Pokemon Treta DX. It's like a little container that you could carry with you from your home to the arcade and carry some pucks with you to use in the actual arcade stuff. So you got 3 promotional pucks. The orange pucks for Pokemon Treta are always promotional. They've also got the P on it too, which means promotional as well. Promotional pucks, as I explained in the previous episode of Thingamajig Thursday, they're meant to be more of a collector thing rather than a usage thing to kind of balance out the fact that promotional things aren't always accessible to everyone. Like, for example, in the previous episode, we got ourselves a little Diancie puck. Now, energy-wise and all that, stat-wise, it's not that good. It's average at that. It's about the equivalent of like maybe a 2-star or maybe a 3-star compared to like your 4-stars and your legendaries, your ultras and all that, which are equivalent to a 5-star and all that, which are the powerfulest pucks in the game. So if you get one of them, then you're bound to crush the competition or crush the game in the actual arcades themselves. Whereas, as I said, the Diancie token and the other stuff that I have for promotional, they're about 1-star, 2-star. Not really that great, nothing that fancy, they're just collectibles. So that was like a movie puck that you got from the Diancie movie when that came out in Japan. And same thing here, they're gonna be 1-stars. All of them were actually 1-stars. I actually think I may even have a 2-star puck. No, I don't. All my pucks except for Diancie are all 1-stars. So this follows the same line of strength and energy as the promotional pucks that came with the Tretta Lab for 3DS, which is something I will be covering in more depth on this channel in very near future indeed. So they're the 3 pucks, the promotional pucks that came with the Tretta Lab. So as I said, they're all 1-star, very similar to the pucks that you see in this particular thing too. And there's a few other ones I've got coming along the way that have promotional pucks, and again, I think they're only 1-star as well. So from what I'm gathering from my research, most promotional is going to be either 1 or 2-star. And from there, we're going to have no idea what that is. I've never seen it in my life. So that's going to be interesting. I'll be learning something new for that little bit. And then of course there's going to be the actual container itself. So sweet, let's open this beauty up. Also as well, if you scroll at the top of it, you can see like the actual, what the Thingamajig looks like. Wow, I can't speak English today. You can see it holds the pucks in there. It's got promotional pucks as well. So it holds about 3 in each little bits in it. And then there's like room for this. As I said, I've got no idea what that is. So I'm about to find out what that is. It looks like a disc that you could potentially use for the arcade machine. So I won't have any type of knowledge on that myself. But as I said, we'll still have a look at it regardless and see what that's all about. So let's find the opening. I've actually had this sitting in my office now for about, I reckon about a year. That's how long I've had this, and of course there's sticky tape on it. Do I have scissors on hand? No, I don't, because I came unprepared. Unlike the other episode, I came fully prepared for sticky tape. Oh, lovely. My scissors now have like super glue on them after the quick little surgery I had to do today. Woo! That's what happens when you use your arts and crafts scissors for boxing things. It never works. Alright, so... that was very loud. I'm so sorry. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I love unboxing these type of things, especially when you don't get them here in Australia or like common things. Damn, most of it was all cardboard. Damn it. I was like, for the size of it, this is gonna be awesome. But yeah, that's what we got. So we'll fix up the lighting in just a wee little second. Unfortunately, as I said, well, I struggled with very little lighting before. Now I've got too much lighting. Alright, so yeah, that's it. We've got this thing here. I've got no idea what that is. the pucks, which we'll have a look at in one quick second. And then here is probably the actual shelf or the toolbox itself. What's this? This is cool. Again, no idea what it is, but we're gonna find out in a quick little sec. Ooh, actually isn't mostly all cardboard. Yeah, but this is massive. It looks smaller. In the actual pictures that I was shown, this looked a hell of a lot smaller. This thing's massive. Just about the size of my hand. God damn, that's massive. Like, no joke. When I first looked at it in those promotional pictures, it looked a lot smaller. Sweet. That's not a bad thing that it's bigger than it is. That's hell cool. There's a few others as well. There was like I think there was like an Eevee one or something like that for these, but unfortunately I can't find it again. So I'm a bit of a disappointed I didn't pick that up when I should have. Alright, so I think the first thing to do is actually open up this little beauty. I actually want to see like what exactly is inside of it, like space-wise. More sticky tape. Let's cut that open. Alright. There we go. So when we get rid of all the shiny plastic, we might be able to see it a little bit easier. Alright, so it's got a thing saying you gotta touch it to your pants. I'm pretty sure there would have been people over in Japan that would definitely have done that. I don't know if I'm gutsy enough to do that, if I was to do a cosplay or something like that. So you lift that up, and then it just, oh wow. That's actually pretty swifty. So yeah, there's where you actually hold the pucks, is these little shelvings here, and they go back like that when you actually close it back up. That's about all the mechanics on it too. And then you got this part here, which was for whatever that was. I don't know if it was like something for holding credit or something like that. As I said, I'm not too well versed in all the Tretta arcade stuff. I only really know like what's in regards to Tretta Lab and all that. So if we were to grab, let's grab some of the pucks that I had. So here's some of the pucks I picked up in the previous episode of Thingamajig Thursday. I think the yellow ones were mostly the hollows. So they just slide in there like that. There was the Samurott, the Vanillux, the Excelga, and it holds 3 of them. They actually fit in there quite well. Like, even if you don't have all 3 in there, it still holds pretty damn well. Mandibuzz. Oh! Bravery! Bravery went flying. It tried to fly. Spread its wings. Diamaniton as well. And then kind of see there too, I alluded it in the last episode, but I never actually did it. Where you put the tokens on the side, going by number, and they bring out a bit of a picture. So if I was to zoom in, and then focus, you can see there's a picture. I don't have Charizard like number 9, so I won't be able to fully do the Charizard, but you can see like the Vanillux coming together, the Hydreigon, and then I don't have 14, 15, 16 and all that, so that's not going to be a thing that's happening, unfortunately. But if we go like, you know, we've got Volcarona. So this is from going from another expansion. Whoop, that doesn't have the number, so it didn't work. That way. They only fit one way, so that's a good thing. So it's not like you can't put these in the wrong way. And plus, you kind of want it from that direction, because if you're going to grab the pucks to actually use them, you kind of want to know like what Pokemon you are using. Otherwise, you know, you might send out like the wrong Pokemon up against the actual arcade itself. So there we go. There's like 9 of them in there. So you can hold up to a grand total of 18 pucks, which actually isn't that bad. Well, I'm assuming that's not that bad anyways. I mean, there's like big Tretta files I've found that hold like 180 pucks and all that, which is pretty cool. So they're coming in. When they do finally come in, I'll show them off, because they come with, as I said, promotional pucks as well. Got more of the 3-star hollows. So we'll just slide them in there. Yep, that's all the 3 stars for that one. And we have our 3-star Rotom fan as well. So I'll slide that one in there. I don't think I had any other 3 stars besides them, so we can always go and put, say, like one of our promotional Pikachu. English just has disappeared again. promotional Pikachu there. Our promotional Mewtwo from the Tretta Lab. Our promotional Lucario, which is from Tretta Labs as well for the 3DS. Oh, what is this like? Oh, it's got like a tight squeeze there. Was interesting. So they're there. And then of course we do have the promotional Diancie, but I don't particularly want to throw that in there. I think for now we'll just leave it like that and put the 3 promotional pucks into here. So for now we'll just close that up. Like all the pucks are securely in there, so if I was to ever go to travel back in time, travel to Japan at the same time and play Pokemon Tretta, I'd bring this little nifty thing and have it in there, and I've got my pucks on hand, so I don't need to like put them in a bag or anything like that and then fiddle around afterwards trying to find them. So up next we have the pucks and everything else that comes in here. Oh, it's like a little name tag. Like you can look on the back and you've got Pokemon Tretta.com, and you've got like, you put your name there. It's got a little ID thing as well. I want to see if that website's still alive so I can have a look at it. It's going to be all in Japanese. Unfortunately, as I said, like Pokemon Tretta kind of died over the years because the popularity kind of dropped off, and at the same time, Batrio came out, and then the recent Gaoli has come out as well. So Batrio I think might even be dead, and Gaoli just taking, oh, there we go, taking the lead. So I had to do this one off screen because it was like a very interesting way of sticking that one together. So I still don't know what that is fully. I'd have to look it up, but unfortunately, even information on like these particular products, there's just so little information these days that even when I was trying to research all of this, I couldn't find a lot of information. So I'm pretty sure this is like a name tag, or well, it's actually not even a name tag. It's quite thick for a name tag. I wonder if it's something you could like insert into the arcades, and it was like, as I said, a little credit thing. I mean, it could potentially be like just a 400 yen credit for the arcade machines. You just go, yep, and then you, like, as I said, the name on there, you just top it up at the arcades and away you go. I think that might be it. It's an assumption, don't quote me on that one. But then what you would do, as I said, you just, you slide it in there, or does this come out? It should slot in there, but I can't seem to figure out. It looks like it can slide out, but I don't want to be too, oh, there we go. I fixed it. It's unfortunate when you don't want to be too rough with it and break it. There we go. So it just slots in there and you carry it around with you. So I'm assuming, as I said, it's like a credit for the arcade machine with you, plus your pucks, which is quite handy, which leads us to the 3 promotional pucks. So they're hollow as well. So unlike the promotional ones I got with the Tretta Labs, these ones actually have sparkles on them, which is really cool. Alright, so as they're cool looking because they've got the background that the older ones have too. So we've got Scraggy, Axu, and Pikachu. So these ones are going to be full Japanese with what they've got on the back of them and everything. So these would be very, very old pucks. So yeah, 82 HP for the, what are we looking at? Axu, 54 attack, 46 defense, and 48 speed. As to be expected for a first stage 1-star. And we got Pikachu with Thunderbolt, because I know that one off the top of my head for its translation. Or you can even, I'm pretty sure it'd be Thunderbolt. I don't think it's Thunder Shock. 76 HP, 51 attack, 44 defense, and 62 speed. And of course, Scraggy. Wouldn't have a clue what that is. Might be Mach Punch or Headbutt or something like that. It's a fighting type move, so it can't be Headbutt. Oh, I'll look up these afterwards and look up their names. HP is 86, 55 attack, 56 defense, and 46 speed. So yeah, they're about average for a 1-star, so nothing too amazing, but I think the only thing that's really cool about them is the fact that it's a 1-star and it's hollow. That's really cool. Like, if, as I said, if I was to, shouldn't have put these away actually now that I think about it. If you look at the Tretta Lab promotional ones, they had the boring Pokeball background, which, as I said, I did criticize the older ones, sorry, the newer versions for just having that background. but the older pucks from the earlier series had like the background to them. So you can always tell which one's an earlier series one and which one's an older older generation one and a newer generation one. So these are the Tretta Labs. They're the ones that we just pulled. So I do believe these ones would have been from series either 1 to 5, and Tretta Lab would have been around 7 and 8, I would say, for expansions and all that. Just that, yeah, it'd be around 7 or 8 for expansion. So it'd be like probably Treta DX era, and then everything else before that was just Tretta Lab. So it was like the introduction expansion and all that. So there's a good comparison. And you can also tell like which ones are the newer generations because they've also got the English translation on them as well, whereas the older ones don't have the English on them. So that's it. That's gonna be like one easy way to figure out when about a certain puck came out, and that was definitely not proper English. I can't English at the moment. I Englished pretty well in my previous video, but because I'm doing this like the next day, that's interesting. I just put the wrong puck in. I want that one. There's a bit of a tight squeeze putting that one in. These ones actually feel a lot different to the other pucks. They feel a lot thicker, which is interesting because all pucks are about the same width. I don't know why they feel different. They've also got the different colouring on the side too. So if we look at them on the side here, we just do a zoom in a focus. Tretta Lab pucks, promotional pucks there. And same from the other ones too, like the older pucks had the black and blue sidebar on them, whereas the more recent pucks from the recent expansions have the white on them instead. So that's another way of telling like what particular expansion each puck came from. So we finish off the video now by looking at this. I have no idea what it is, but I did see like a little bit of an explanation for it on the side of the box, which is gone yonder now. I have no idea that's gone. So I think it's like a little roulette wheel that you gotta kind of build, so let's do that. Oh, I love artsy-craftsy stuff. So what have we got? We've got a little information tacket. Oh, okay. I'd say if you have like a website or something like that, you scan it and you enter it in a competition. Japan always has plenty of them. So we've got a little roulette wheel. And we have the top of it. So I think what happens is you just push them down and you spin it. I had no idea why you would use this. And we'll just pop them down like that. And then we just stick them in the hole. Like so. Let's see if I can get the zoom going. And I think from there you just do that. And then you just turn like that. I've got no idea what it's for though. What is this? I'm trying to figure out if there's like any type of correlation. I don't think there is. Unless it's just looking at jewel types or something like that. As I got no idea what it is, but it's pretty cool regardless of, even if I don't know what it is. Just appreciate it for what it is. It's cool. So if anyone knows like what this is, like I keep thinking it might be like what's super effective to that type, because like for example that's electric, ice and rock, and it's flying. And then you have water, ice, grass, that's ground. Actually this even could be a weakness chart. I think it could be a weakness chart because if I go all the way back, because you got dark and ghost. Oh, that wasn't fighting, it was dark, which is super effective to ghost. And then you got ice and dragon, because at the time this came out, fairy wasn't a thing in Pokemon Tretta. So any fairy types, yeah, you know that ain't gonna work on the 3DS version of Tretta Labs. It's super effective to dragon, so if this was from 6th generation, you had fairy type as well there. And then for dark, you got super effective is fighting and bug. Then you have what looks like ice, fire, fighting, I think, and rock. Colorless or normal type, you've got fighting. you guys should know the bloody weakness type by now. I don't need to read it off to you. No, this is actually a weakness chart. So when you're going up against a certain type, you just scroll it to that, and then it'll tell you what that particular puck is weak to. So that's cool, like a little on-the-go swirly weakness chart just to remind you what's good against what. I quite like that. Sick. Unfortunately, I kind of wish I had like a resistance thing too, but there'd be quite a lot of resistance stuff to go to, I guess. So anyways, that's basically about it that I got to show off for this little thing. Nice little quick video, just showing off what was in that. And as I said, we won't be seeing Tretta we won't be seeing Tretta unboxing stuff for a little while longer until maybe next month when all the stuff rocks up from Japan. But maybe until then, there could be a region locked on the Tretta Labs for the 3DS, which, as I said, is no longer on the eShop to buy and all that. Well, not really buy, but just download. So that'll be interesting to go through and have a look at that and just show off that in complete detail. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that and you enjoyed this video as well. Any thoughts or feedback, leave them in the comment section below. And until next Thursday or the next video, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!